Boy Plus coming at you with a brand new video for your face. We are going to be showing you guys solutions for the squad battles, squad building challenges coming up right now. Let's go ahead and see marquee matchups. I'm going to show you guys exactly what there is and what solutions we've got. EA definitely doesn't like people investing for marquee matchups because they've kind of stifled the prices. So these are the players that I've got right here. A lot of these players, you don't need chemistry for any of this. This is just random players that I stuck in here. As you guys can see, many of these players don't have any chem. We are doing some struggling because we did buy a couple of Liverpool players for marquee matchups, but it does seem as though the marquee matchups this week are not really being hyperinflated is the term by EA. They're trying to keep the prices down. So this one requires you to have 2 players from Ligue 1 and 4 players from the same nation max and minimum 4 silvers. So I've got 4 silvers from Ligue 1, so it's okay. These 4 players over here, I just stuck them into position. This guy is out of position, so that just like it puts it into perspective regarding chem for you guys that are thinking, hey, can I make the chem better? Yeah, you can. Just go out there and buy a silver player, CM, of course not French, and you're good. Now, the one thing you've got to be careful of is in League, you're probably going to want to have 4 players from the same nation. That's French players. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got to keep track of that. Once you've got the 4 players in there, that's it. You want to go around in different player senses. So I'm going to go ahead and submit this right here. You don't need these players in particular because, of course, you know, it's not important. The French league has a lot of multinational players. So it's a very multinational league. So you're not going to have to bother about using the same players that you see here. But this is a good list of players. Hopefully they're not going to get price fixed or anything like that. You can see the players' names if you want to just copy the squad. You know, you don't want to do your own homework. That's okay. And there you go. You've seen all those guys. We're going to go ahead and submit this right now. We've submitted that. And this is the Serie A, which is Piemonte Calcio versus Milan. Juventus, of course, versus Milan. And this weekend should be a great game. I've just gone ahead and had a couple of players from, well, I have this guy over here, Biglier, that I stuck him in, and you have to have 1 player from, like, I think it's Milan or, like, Juventus. They really have gone heavy on making sure people don't, like, you know, stifle the market by trying to, like, buy up all the players from one club, which is what a lot of people did. I did the same thing in the hopes the marquee matchup would pay up. But right now, I think I'm probably going to have to sell at double my investment, and that's it. A lot of people last year we were doing where you'd buy these players in, and then like at 6 p.m. you could sell them for 10K, and it would just slowly creep down from 10K all the way down to like 4 or 5K. This year, EA is not having any of that. EA literally has put it in such a way where you actually will end up, you know, what you sell them for is pretty much near enough maximum double what you buy them for, and that's it. There's no profits to be had in marquee matchups, so beware. These are the players that I've used in this one. You've got 1 Piemonte Calcio player. You have to have a maximum of like Serie A players, 4. And then it has to be a minimum of like 4 gold players. I've just gone with gold players because I feel it's easier for me. I just can't be bothered looking around for like which silver players I have to discard. I will get more gold players back than I will get silver players. So in the long run, better to keep the silver players in the club and then get rid of the gold players because you never know when you might have actual objectives that require the silver players. So this is what we've got here. We've got Radu from Lazio, Proto from Lazio, and we've got Luis Felipe from Lazio. And then we've just gone into a Brazilian squad over in the corner here, as you guys can see, and we just kept that theme over there. So just go Brazilian on one side, come down to the flank here, or go French on this side, come down to the flank here and connect to the league that you're in. And that's it. And our chemistry is so strong that we don't even need to bother about this guy's chemistry. Start off with players that are a little bit high because you do have a requirement here of 75 rated. So they have to be at least gold players average. So if you do have 1 or 2 gold players that are high rated, then you could go in with 1 silver somewhere or like a bronze if you want to. Those are the players that I've put in there. I'm going to go ahead and submit. And there you guys go. That's a submission done. Now we are going to look at the big boys for this marquee matchups. And I think it is this one. Was it this? Yeah, this is the one that actually had me stuck for a minute because you have to have 77 rated overall. And with the 77 rated, you have to have a maximum of 3 German players. So you do have to find like decent rated non-German players in the Bundesliga. And you do need to make sure that you've got 1 or 2 of those players lying around. The best player for this, I guess, is probably going to be this guy right here. I think this is the player that's probably going to go up in price. Price is not even that deep. As you guys can see, EA is just so against price fixing this year that they literally have blocked the road for everybody that's trying to get some coins out of anything. All these players, their prices, even if you try to fix it, it won't work. You're good. So you could copy these players, go into the market, you could buy them easily. No one's gonna be like overpriced. These are the players' names, these are players' positions. Chemistry is okay. You don't really need loyalty or anything like that. This guy's even out of position. This guy's out of position, so it just tells you it just tells you how easy it is to get this done. But there will be some people stuck on this. That's why these tutorials are out there, just in case you're stuck. You know exactly what you need to do. And there you go, and that's that. And then the last one we've got here is the Manchester City versus Liverpool. Now, this is a good one here because, this is going to be a good game this weekend. Hopefully, things go the way I want them to go. I'm not going to lay that out. I just want Liverpool to lose a game, hopefully. And I've kind of gone with the Liverpool center backs over here and then gone into the German Bundesliga on this side and then kind of cut in on the flank here with this guy from Atalanta in Serie A and just continued over here with a Serie A team quartet over here. And then I've gone with triplets of Spanish league players over here. And as you can see, they've kind of kept decent chemistry going over here. Like, it's decent. Minimum chemistry is 80. So this is actually, I think the best thing you're probably gonna do for yourself is go with you probably want to go with 3 Liverpool players in defense. That will give all 3 of them good chem, and then you just want to like cycle out like this. You could have Italian players here. You could have Spanish players here. You can do it however you want, but the important thing is to make sure you get these green links to get the players on full chem. If you've got the players on full chem, then you're good. This is one of the hardest SBCs that they have this week for the marquee matchups. In fact, I think this is the hardest SBC that they have for the marquee matchups. It's not as easy as it looks, and getting players to fit in. And don't forget, you've got those 2 Liverpool or Manchester City requirements that makes it a lot harder. Now, the Manchester City players that I purchased, I did have some left backs from Manchester City. Those are wasted players right now because you can see the formation doesn't even have left back or right back. So that's the important thing. If you've got right mid, right wing, you're good. What you want to do is just cut into the same league here. Cut into the same league here and have the same players or the same nationalities because you've got a maximum of 4 players from the same league and a minimum of 3 players from the same nation. So my 3 players from the same nation were the Germans here, and also I have Spanish players here as well. So you've got to make sure you do have 3 players of the same nation. Otherwise, you're not going to complete this. If you need to know what players these are, obviously you know who these players are. I shouldn't have to tell you who these players are. If you need to, just pause the game and have a look, pause the video and have a look, and there you go. Anyway, on top of that, we're gonna give a shout out to Aaron and Dan because they asked for a shout out in the video, so I'm giving you guys a shout out. There you go. Boom, you got it. Pow, right in the kisser. And right, guys, if you are new here, of course, as you know, we do videos on SBCs and tutorials on SBCs and like investment strategies. It's nothing too fanciful. We're not going to tell you how to make it into the Financial Times rich list or anything like that. It's just standard stuff, like common sense stuff. Buy here, buy there, sell here, sell there. I mean, like this week we are doing a little bit of a struggle, as you guys can see. I'll show you guys a little bit of what we're doing here. Okay. So we did invest in some Champions League players. I guess we're probably going to have to get these Champions League players again because there's Road to the Finals. It's coming up in 24 hours or so. I'm going to hold on to these players because I think their prices might skyrocket. I do have some Hazards that I purchased. As you guys can see, I'm going to show you guys. Look, I purchased him for 20K. He is up a little bit. He's almost double his price right now. Well, actually, he's up to, he's fallen down to 29K, 28K. But, I mean, I could cash out, or I could just wait and see what happens against Dortmund versus Bayern Munich this weekend. If it works out good, Dortmund versus Munich, I think that's going to be the best scenario. And if he does get an inform again, that's just going to be magic because, when I bought this guy, he was like, I think he was 82 rated. So if it happens and he scores like a couple goals, who knows what could happen. And in marquee matchups, the important thing to note is that marquee matchups, when they happen, the players that end up getting like informs or whatever, if you have a player in a marquee matchup game that gets like a man of the match performance or his team wins and he does well, that player is more or less guaranteed to get a team of the week. So it might be the first time we get a back-to-back Team of the Week player from Dortmund. I don't know. Let's see. I'm hoping. Otherwise, I will sell up. And I've got a couple of players here. You guys can see we've got a couple of overpriced Bundesliga players. And then we've got some Man City players. I mean, you've had to put the price down a little bit because the market just isn't taken as it's supposed to be. I'm gonna get rid of these players anyway. I could stick them in for like exactly what I paid for them, and I'll probably sell them easily. And of course, you guys know what the players that we do need are the defenders from Liverpool, and those players definitely should sell. Anyway, boys, this has been your boy Plus, catching you in another video, and we will see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye.